Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod. Here we are on day 4050. I don't remember the last time, if ever, that I've opened a game up fresh on stream without me already have claimed the daily supply. So it's kind of weird to see that question mark there. But hey, you and I get to open it together. So yay, what's day 4050 have for us? Probably nothing. Anyways, so let's get into it. What we're doing today, just a simple Crash the Titans. But before I get into it, I just want to let you know that I've changed my music styling. I'm getting tired of getting tagged for music rights and appeals and everything like that. And I do fight them when justified, which is all the time. But anyways, I've started using Chillhop Radio. You want to just search them up on Twitch, go for it. I don't own any of the music there, obviously, but they're a very nice set of people that have this nice lo-fi sound, something nice in the background, so that we don't have to hear the same old crashing sounds of gems and in-game music that hasn't changed in like 10 years. So, on with the show, right? We're in the Deadpool Daily. Haven't been touched at all today. You saw that notice already. So let's get into the Crash, shall we? We're going against Ghost, it looks like. You can tell by the little icon down there. And what does Ghost have in store for us? Well, it's a 3/5/5 Ghost, so she ain't cheating. That's cool. Ghost was presented a long time ago, way back when the first Ant-Man movie came out, basically. Because come on, that's where Ghost is known from. Let's be honest here. Ghost came into the game of Marvel Puzzle Quest with a really interesting mechanic of having really buffed up match damage. She has 300% match damage, something even Juggernaut can't talk about. However, it doesn't affect her raw numbers. It doesn't make sense, right? Juggernaut's does, why not hers? Can't answer that question. Some of the developers chose to do with her long ago. But she's kind of like Headpool nowadays, so, I mean, I'm talking about a current character, Headpool, where he has a percentage buff to match damage, and it keeps rising as you go, but it never changes his raw number. It only kicks in after you make the match. You make said, let's say, a black match with Headpool, and all of a sudden then it adds in the percentage of match damage on top of it. That's how Ghost works too. So if she's the one making your red matches, your purple matches, whatever it is, she'll make the match and then it adds 300% on top of it. So that's how she works. She's never going to be like Juggernaut where she has the buff built into her numbers and then rolls from there like your tank, like she should. So unfortunately, Ghost kind of gets left behind because she doesn't tank like you think, I don't know, some of that much match damage should. However, she does have other tricks up her sleeve. She is a tank in that regards, where she hits hard. You know, a cannon that can also go invisible. Her purple, I believe it's her purple, gives her the ability to go invisible. And when she does go invisible, okay, she loses some of her match damage when she fires off a certain ability. Her match damage goes back down to normal. But then it just takes a couple turns to recharge back up. And then you could, if you play it right, you can keep her invisible with 300% match damage. But it's a hard thing to balance. All in all, Ghost has a neat little kit, but because she's never really going to be your tank, because it's only a percentage boost after the match, she just becomes like an interesting character to kind of abuse for match damage purposes, and that's it. She doesn't bring strike tiles, countdowns, nothing really to even help the team. Her invisibility does have one extra bonus of the fact that, like, if you match her invisibility tiles or whatever, they can heal herself. That's cool. So you have a tank. Well, not a tank. I keep saying tank, but you know, you have a bruiser. We'll say that, right? That can heal themselves and go invisible from time to time. It's pretty good. It's just nothing like we have nowadays. It's a little outclassed. A little. A lot. Anyways. So who we get to go against Ghost with? Elsa Bloodstone. Elsa Bloodstone came out a little bit after Ghost in MPQ. You know, a good amount after, actually. Hey, Kevlar, how's it going, bud? Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. So, yeah. Elsa Bloodstone came in MPQ as, I'm going to be honest here, a complete unknown to me. I'm not a comic book buff. I know some comic book stuff, like this much. out of like the if my house was Marvel comic history. I know this much. I've read a little bit, but I know a lot more from games, TVs, movies. That's where my stuff comes from. Elsa Bloodstone, never heard of her. Who is she? Well, she's exactly what her title says, monster hunter. That's what she likes to go out and do. That's how she gets her kicks. Cool. She has a couple of trinkets and powers up her sleeve. Well, powers because of trinkets. You get the point. Thanks, man. Let's see. Well, before I click into the abilities, let me just break it down to you real quick and easy. Elsa Bloodstone sticks out in my mind for two reasons. One, her red is an ability to deal with airborne and invisible targets, even while they're airborne and invisible. You could just say, no, screw you. I'm firing this red off and you're going to eat it. It's kind of neat. We didn't... Before that, Vulture would go to the sky, and if you didn't have 5-star Archangel on your team, you pretty much cried. Come in Elsa Bloodstone, who's a 4-star, lower level, you gotta have the red AP to deal with it, but if you do, you could just be like, get down here, and just, you know, shoot her down like a clay pigeon, or shoot whoever is down like a clay pigeon. There's that. Oh yeah, and it also stuns them, like if I remember correctly. Let's click into it, come on, right? I'm stalling. Yep, 7 red. It's not that bad. That's not too expensive nowadays. Deals a chunk of damage. It's a pretty decent nuke as things go. But to the target, and stuns all airborne and invisible enemies for 3 turns. So next time Throg is like, hey team, let's get out of here for 3 yellow AP, you could just be like, pull! And you just shoot them all down. Well, there comes a Frog and his friends down on the ground, stunned for some turns. Nothing feels better, I'm telling you. You just kind of just wash away their entire strategy. The next thing I think about for her, I mean, honestly, all 3 abilities are pretty good. She's not meta, no, but stay with me. Ta Darling is not bad. It does cost 9, it's the most expensive of her abilities. There's no passive to it, but I'm not trying to sugarcoat this. Believe me when I say it hits like a Mack truck. She's like pretending to be a 5-star in this ability. You choose a tile, destroy the... I put it at 5 levels and it costs AP. That's not like me. Anyways, choose a tile, destroy the 8 tiles surrounding it, plus 3 other random tiles, dealing an okay chunk of damage. I mean, for 9 blue, that number by itself wouldn't be that big. You know, I got 4,800 on the screen. Yours may vary. Plus an extra 3,200-ish damage for every yellow tile destroyed. Let me rephrase that for you. You get to choose where to fire this, and then the block of tiles around it of gems, those get destroyed as well, plus 3 other randoms. And if you're going to do a chunk of damage, and if any of these things are yellow, you're going to do extra amount per yellow. In other words, you're choosing the biggest yellow populated area, aren't you? It hits really hard. For being a 4-star, that's a ton of damage. You could just check someone right out of existence with this ability. Obviously, destroyed tiles don't generate AP, deal damage, whatever. We don't need them to. This thing is doing enough lifting for us. If this wasn't enough, move down to T-Break. I only keep it at 3, but I'll be honest, sometimes I want it at 5. Costs 8 purple as an active ability. Convert 4 green basic tiles to black trap tiles. This is super important. This is color transmutation, and the whole purpose of it is it's a little multi-layered. 1, Elsa doesn't care about green tiles, not one bit. There's none of her powers to say anything about green. Basically, you're turning in some of the green tiles that you won't be using. 2, this is anti a lot of people that like green. The Hulks, you know, like various characters that depend on green. This kind of hurts them a little bit because you're taking some of that from the board. Turns them into black tiles, which is something Elsa can deal with a little more if you keep reading through the ability. Those turn to black trap tiles that deal a small amount of damage when matched or destroyed. It doesn't say by who. You could do it, the enemy can do it, matched or destroyed. Almost anything can trigger them. Just don't overwrite them. Finally, the passive. I'm going to kick it up to 5 so you can see it, right? it's the same thing at 3, 4, and 5. That's why I keep this down to 3. The passive is what I really want. But anyways, yeah, whatever. If there are 10 or more black tiles on the board at the start of the turn, convert 2 of them to yellow. Are you doing the math? Are you doing the math? You took green tiles, you turn them into black, and these black tiles, if there's 10 or more of them on the board, she converts them to yellow. Go to that blue again. If you destroy yellow tiles, you do a ton more damage. Yes? You with me now? She can hit super hard and you can plan it. You can prepare for it. Obviously this all needs AP, it all needs a setup, but this thing, this T-break passive, that's passive. You're turning blacks into yellows passively. She can get you yellow AP for yellow AP characters that you're with, or you can just set her up for a big old blue nuke. What's not to love there? You want to use her even more? Put in Cloak and Dagger as a teammate. Now they make passive black tiles, right? Just right off the get. They just passively make black tiles at the start of every turn, which if Elsa is the second or third character in your lineup, then that passive fires next, changing blacks to yellow. It works. It works pretty darn well. You just need a way to get some purple if you want to turn the greens into black traps. But you don't really need that. We just want those yellow tiles out there so this Todd darling can hit really super hard. By the way, building blue AP to get this to fire would probably be your only problem, right? Can't help but think of 3-star Namor with his random, I shouldn't say random, his making blue tile at the start of every turn. Just a thought. There's other ways to do that, but that just came to mind. She's pretty darn good. Her kit's solid. She does damage. She deals with airborne. She deals with invisible. She can fire a nuke off. She has color transmutation properties. The only thing she doesn't do is heal herself or protect anything. She's there to hunt. That's it. So that's Elsa Bloodstone. I do really think this character is underrated in this game. Unfortunately, she's just not that good enough to break into the meta. But you could do some damage with her. Well, how does she fare against Ghost? First off, we take off the boosts. And second off, we remember, like I do every week, that I didn't turn animations on. Clickety, clickety, clickety. Here I go. Yes, there's an ad. Yes, there's a thing. Please buy our stuff, the game says. And I say, not this time, sir. There we go. Okay, back into it. Animations are on. Ghost is sitting there. Elsa's ready. And yeah, I have the black and white skin on her. I guess I could change it to the, color one. I got the skin. Let's use it, right? Ready, go. Well, they just gave us a match 5 right off the get, didn't they? And it's purple. We like that stuff. I mean, if I don't take that match 4 of yellow with red combined, I'm doing myself a disservice. I don't need the yellow, but, it's something. A little more purple would be nice. Ooh, the blue. We got to get that blue. Yeah, we got to take that blue. We want to see that hit. As I do every week, I try to get all the animations to show. So I'm almost got enough purple. We have enough blue. Are we going to be able to fire off the red, though? Like, the red hits pretty rough, too. 9,000, right? Can I get the red along with the blue at the same time? I think I'd have to fire the red, like, now. Like, as soon as possible, right? How much more AP do I need? 2 more. It's not a tumor. Anyways, trying to think of how I can get that to work. Is there any way I can get this? I can get 1 right here. I'm not trying to fire off a power even though they're available because I want to see if I can get the red and then the purple and then the blue to win. Get all the animations in one run, right? Achievement unlocked. There. I'm not afraid of Ghost going crazy on me or anything. If she goes invisible, that'll be annoying, but then we'll just shoot her. There's nothing to help me get a red quicker. Oh, wait. Now Ghost is going to take it, I bet you. Oh, good. The match 4 distracted her. Okay, we are go. First off, the red. It's going to do 9,000 some odd damage. That's a lot of damage. But we get to see the animation. Holds her gem and fires her gun. That's what I get out of that. But hey, whatever. Did the trick, right? If she was airborne or invisible, she'd be stunned for 3 turns. So nice. T-break. Not really much of an animation. Well, there it is. But still. It's cute. And then if I did the match right here, that would totally kill her. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to pull off the Ta Darling. Remember, you want to get as many yellows as possible in one block. So I'm going to pick that red right there because that's 4 yellows surrounding it. Unfortunately, we're never going to get to see the damage number. But just imagine like almost 4,000 times 4 plus the other 5,000. Wow. What kind of gun is she using to do all that damage? Oh, that's right. It's a video game. There we go. That's Elsa Bloodstone in her Crash the Titans against Ghost. Honestly, she's a pretty good character. I'd use her more often if she was just, I don't want to say a little better, but I guess if the meta wasn't just so good right now. She deserves mention though. If you have people with airborne or invisible properties giving you problems in the future, she's good to think of. She just is. Or if you need extra yellow tiles and you know, you could use her just passively to turn black into yellow. There's multiple purposes for her. She's pretty good people. Oh boy, a stockpile of boosts. Be still my heart. Remind me later. All right. That's it. Thank you very much for joining me, Kevlar. Kevlar, the skin is cool. I thought so too. I like the black and white skin. Kind of like that. I don't know. It's just a cool feel. Anyways. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys really, really soon. We got more stuff to run, and there's a poll session. I feel it coming. Those latest legends are stockpiling, right? Okay. Talk to y'all later. Bye.